5 minutes.
Your awareness may be powerful enough to control your instincts. Your instinct will be to remove your hand from the box.
It's your girl Meesh, and welcome to another episode of the Luv MEESH Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Luv MEESH Podcast. So we are continuing, after a long wait to do, the chakra series, and we're going to pick up with the second chakra, which is called the sacral chakra. I remember asking my sister to make these little jars for me of all the chakra colors, and they are so beautiful. And I started by putting them on our altar, and then I moved them in my room on my bookcase. And now I actually want to create shirts and sweaters and jewelry so that I could wear the chakras all the time. In the spiritual community, you're going to come across a lot of things. There's crystals, there's sigils, there's Reiki, there's essential oils, there's everything. But for me, chakras have stood out so much. They're not just chakras to me. They actually connect to so many different things. The chakras remind you of the colors. The colors have powers. The chakra reminds you of the symbol. The chakra reminds you of the sound. The chakra reminds you of the food. The chakra reminds you of the essential oil. To me, it just connects so many things. Also, the body, because that's where I started with my spiritual journey. It also reminds you of the body. So although you think of chakras as this one thing, to me it really is the whole puzzle, and you can zoom into whatever pieces you want. So for example, it says the sacral chakra is the second chakra. The location is the lower abdomen. So to me, that's body. So as I've done my research, there's different things that connect to the lower body and different things that you could do for healing and just different stuff like that. And so right here is saying, boom, you can focus your energy on the second chakra known as the sacral, and it could emit healing to this particular part of your body. So I thought that was really cool and fascinating. The element is water and moon energy, which makes sense because for women, at least, the lower abdomen is her womb and where she has her child and her cycle. Our cycle is connected with the womb. Water is with the baby and fertility. It represents I feel, which makes sense. When a woman is pregnant, she feels her baby. Like my best friend says, you feel the heartbeat. When I was pregnant before, I remember feeling the heartbeat pitter-patter so fast all night. I couldn't even sleep on my stomach. I had to turn on my back or my side. So the meaning, the sacral chakra is connected to emotional, creative, and sexual expression. The balance of yin-yang, feminine, male, receptive, active, and inner-outer energies are maintained through the sacral. The sacral chakra is directly linked to relationships, human and monetary. When I was doing a Reiki section with Mommy and Me, she's located in Jacksonville. You can look her up. She has a studio office in the Body by Brandon office on the south side of town. She was doing Reiki on my sacral chakra. No, she was not. She was actually giving me a massage, a fertility massage. She went ahead and threw in a free Reiki section. She was like, oh my gosh, your sacra is hyperactive. And I was like, I know. Overactive. I'm like, I know. Something I have to get balanced. So speaking of balance, when it's balanced, we feel energetic and inspired, receptive and expressive, creativity and sexual, healthy in relationships with others, money, and other people, grace and flow, flexible and adaptive, pleasure and joy, compassion and forgiveness, When imbalanced, we feel disconnected from pleasure, a low sex drive, guilty and jealous, lack of creativity, power and control issues, unprocessed anger, relationship issues, issue with money and prosperity. So not only is this chakra, telling you about your body, hey, if your money ain't looking too well, you might need to give some sacral attention. You know what I mean? And vice versa. If your money's doing well, then your chakra is, well balanced. So it turns from a physical thing for your body to physical in your life, your finances. So again, to me, chakras connect everything. They connect the spiritual realm to the physical realm to all of our senses. To me, they're just so amazing. So crystals for sacral chakra are amber, carnelian, moonkite, goldstone, sunstone, peach, tiger's eye. I have a tiger's eye, calcite, and quartz. I have a quartz. So as I continue to grow in my chakras, I want to get all crystals that resonate with each chakra. Like, I'm literally going to have a whole crystal cabinet and dig more into the crystals in the next book. I have the chakra book that I'm reading now, but when I'm done with the chakra book, I'm going to move over to the crystal book. So it's interesting that I already know I'm going to dive deep into these crystals. And it's so interesting because my mom and dad, they're not with the whole spiritual thing, which is fine. They're on the Christian side, and that's where we started. I feel like the more you involve in your faith, the more you evolve out of specific groups, and you start to embrace them all. So it's kind of like a level thing. That's how I look at it. Because there's people, when I was going to church every Sunday and clubbing on Saturday, whatever, I was in there. It was people that wouldn't step foot in the church, and I'm the main ones going to church now. And it's like, wow, look who's in church. And it's interesting because I was there, so I already know where their journey is going to take them. They don't even know that yet. So while I'm talking about crystals and all this stuff might be flying over their head, you're going to be here one day on your time. The next one is affirmations. I feel sexy and alive, free to express my thoughts and gifts. I release all emotions from my past or ancestors blocking my ability to grow and unaligned with my highest good. I feel connected to all of the abundance and radiance joy of the universe. I am receptive to pleasure, sweetness, and prosperity. Sound, Bija Mantra, Keynote, D, frequency 288 hertz. Shad sound, ocean and rain. Before I get in the shower, I legit let the water run. It's something about running water with me. And I can be in the shower all day. I will not get tired of being in the shower. I literally have to be like, okay, let's get out. Like, I don't know if I'm a fucking mermaid, if my people is under the water or what, but and it had to be hot water. Something with the sun, and hot is heat. Something with heat. But I love the water. I love the sun. Both of them combined. Oh my gosh. So when I do go on vacations where we're on the beach, the sun is shining, I just feel like at home because it's like everything that I love in one spot. Especially if the water's warm. Let's see. Mudra. Dhyana. Sit with your hands facing upward, right hands resting on the top of your left palm, thumbs touching. Visualization. Seated comfortably, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to visualize. Visualize the vibrant light of the full moon rising over an ocean, allowing the light to permeate your lower abdomen. Imagining the warm, expressive orange glow spiraling from your sacral chakra outward to create a vortex of healing orange energy surrounding the physical body. Repeat as needed. And then it says some healing affirmations. I allow nutrients and comfort. My relationships are safe. Sex is a sacred connection. I am safe enjoying sex. This was something that I had to dig deep into. I started writing Roses and Thorns about my sacral experiences. And I don't think I was quite done healing that chapter. And as I've come to understand what those teachers were teaching me, I've come to appreciate the sacral chakra in a way that I never have before. And it's just been an eye-opener to view something more sacred than I ever had before. Even though I grew up in the church, it was more so, don't do this, wait till you're married, like no knowledge whatsoever. Now I have personal encounters. I have experiences of what I do like, I don't like, what I will accept, what I won't accept. I've also taken a sexology class, which I have a couple more chapters to finish. I just learning more about it, where I didn't even know. She talks about tantric, which is not just the physical aspect of sex, but on the more spiritual side. I've also learned how you can do manifestations, sexual manifestations. You and your partner can visualize what you guys want to manifest, and it can. So I went from a young, immature mind surrounding my sacral and sex to a more mature mind surrounding my sacral and sex. And it's always been more than sex for me, but I've always accepted less than what I should have. And I'm just kind of looking at that differently now. And if all of, what I want is not met, don't even fucking think about it. So that's where I'm at now. Like, I want a lot more for myself. I want a lot for my future. I want a lot from my partner. Not just for me, but you're going to be the father of my seeds. If you think I play about me, I'm most definitely not playing about these kids. And I don't know. I just never looked at it like that before. It was more of a pleasure. But it was a half pleasure, because on one end I was satisfied, but on the other end I wasn't satisfied. Like, sex is not enough for me. It's more. It's the relationship that we have. It's the mind. It's the future that we're building. You know what I mean? It's the honesty. It's the trust, communication, and sex is only going to take you so far. So I've just grown in the sacral chakra area, and I'm just super proud of myself and excited to see, what that journey is going to continue to look like as I move, forward in my life. And to be honest with you, everybody can kind of do what they want to do on their own, but a lot of things that we do affect us spiritually. So we're just thinking it's a physical aspect. It's not, they have spiritual consequences as well. So the book that I have here is called The Chakra Bible by Patricia Mercier. And I think I kind of went over those. Well, she gives characteristics of this chakra. The color, of course, is orange. The key issues are relationships, violence, and addictions. Physical location is the upper part of the sacrum below the navel. Associated spiritual area is the first lumbar vertebrae. See how one thing tells you about so much? I just love the chakra so much. The physiological system is the genitalia. The adrenal gland is the adrenals, which makes sense, because just think about when you embrace your partner and you're touching and you're rubbing and stuff, your heart's beating fast. Like, that's your adrenals. The nervous plexus is the sacral. The inner aspects is feelings, which I always say in all my podcast, feelings is so, like, I'm a Cancer moon, so it's always going to be feelings, but not just emotionally. It's physically, it's mentally, it's feelings is every single part of me. If you have a Cancer in your life, or if you're Cancer, you know what I mean. Okay, physical action, reproduction. Mental action, creativity. Of course, you create life. Emotional action is joy. And the spiritual action is enthusiasm. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's talk about sexual problems. They also get some yoga poses. Y'all, I really got to get my yoga on. Because yoga is more than about poses and stretching. It's getting your blood to flow through all the veins in your body. And blood is like your life force. So, you should always keep that moving. You don't want that to be stagnant. And they call it the prana. And it helps strengthen your auric field. So, I knew I always wanted to do yoga, but I just didn't really know. Like, it's more than stretching, and with me being a nerd, it's like the more I know, the better I can appreciate something. Let's see. This chakra is about friendship, our ability to relate to others on a deeper than everyday level. I think that's where I am too. I've partied a lot in my younger years. I've had relationship woes, but I don't really care about partying anymore or, boy-girl relationships. I'm more so on a spiritual path. So when I'm looking to relate with people, it's more on a spiritual path. And I don't think I've ever really talked to my friends about their spirituality. So I'm just like in a weird place. So here's some of the questions. Does your friendships require a payback from the other person? Are you judgmental about them or bitchy behind their back? Do you sometimes feel envious of them? How often have you felt jealous of them? Do you use your friends because they have influence with others? Do you like to be seen with the in crowd? Are you too busy at work to make friends? Do you have friends of different ages and from different religious backgrounds? Do you always try to keep in touch with them even if they live a million miles away? Do you make an effort to help your friends? Do you take pleasure in seeing your friends happy? Are you genuinely pleased they have all the things you don't have? Do you share what you have with them? Do you devote time to nourishing your friendships? Can you dance or sing with your friends? Can you sit with them in silence and feel comfortable? Perhaps you don't have any friends. Ask yourself why. In friendship, it's not necessary to persuade people, nor is it necessary to hasten change. Just hold one another in the highest regard, and change, if needed, in your relationships will naturally unfold. Talk to one another, but never put on another what you do not wish on yourself. So that was interesting. Talked about creativity. Talk about dancing. You can dance your chakras awake. Let's see. Humanity presently lives upon a planet of choices. Each of us can live our lives in the way that we choose, in joy or despair. Our life is not readily made, but something we have created. Bhagwan pointed out that a Jew creates a Jewish life, a Christian life, a Muslim an Islamic life, and so on. That is what people have been doing through the ages, but now in the time of change, because these types of lives keep us in limitation and do not let us come into contact with life as it is. When we overlay life with religion or philosophy, it distorts living, giving it a particular color. We are then unable to see life in its purity. Bhagwan taught that the teeniest blade of grass, the smallest leaf, is as significant as the bigger star. The smallest thing is also the biggest because all is oneness. Living life as it is. When asked, how does one live a life that is free, he answered, my message is very simple. Live life as dangerously as possible. Live life totally, intensely passionate. It's because except for life, there is no other God. He said he was not denying God, but for the first time was bringing God into real perspective, making him alive, bringing him closer to you, closer than your heart, because he is your very being, where nothing is separate but here and now. Through exploration of sexuality, dance, music, and movement and joyous abandon, Bhagwan asked his sanates to be drunk with life, to savor the sweetness and poetry in the wine of life at any moment. We began a journey through the chakras with mantra. Now we are really arriving at Swavista, where we can start to express ourselves fully. We could choose to listen to Bhagwan's words and let ourselves be possessed by life in all its forms, dimensions, and colors, by the whole rainbow, all the harmonies of music, depth meditation. And this way we can live life as it is. Wearing distinctive orange clothing in India to be cleansed and purified. Okay, got a picture of a guy. So I do want to start wearing my colors, but I want to make my own t-shirts with like the chakras on them. Then it talks about Vishnu and Ranki. Those are the deities associated with this chakra. Again, they talk about the crystals. Oh, I want to do that. She did a crystal grid on her stomach. I have to get a lot more crystal grids. I have been sleeping with my crystals. They have breathing exercises. They have yoga. Aromatherapy bath. See, to me, chakras go into everything. Like when you go to massage school, they kind of dip into spirituality too. So it's like, it's not just one thing. It's tapping into all the different fields. You go from talk about the damn chakra to yoga to breathing to essential oils to crystals. Like, I'm here for it. So we all go through a journal with our sacral chakra in our lives, whether we realize it or not. And let me see, I might have something else on it. And I'm going to get a chakra tattoo. Ooh, this one's cute. Me and my cousin, she had showed me a picture of this chakra tattoo. Because y'all know, tattoos hurt like hell. But I'm going to keep getting them. Oh my God. I just got to find some damn healing fucking cream. Because this shit hurt. But it's a picture of a lotus flower, which all the chakras are supposed to have different petals of a lotus flower because it grows through the muddy dirt and it rises and it becomes a beautiful flower above the lake. And I think that's just reminding us, you know, no matter what type of life you have, you know, just continue to grow and rise. And I really just love that. Why did it take my chakras away? Okay, I got a chakra Pinterest board. Okay, let me see. Chakra essential oil: Melissa, bergamot, orange, neon, lemongrass, Jupiter, gemstones, chameleon, copper, immune system, spleen, bladder, pancreas, intestines, elimination, the will to feel, orange, elimination, emotional self, creativity, warming. The note is D. Food: oranges, apricots, peaches, mangoes, melon, carrots, mandarins, radishes. Herbs: St. John's wort, licorice, vitamin C, E, A, papaya, antioxidants, grape seeds. I feel like somewhere along the line, one of the greatest healers or doctors, because back in time, they probably were called healers, not doctors. They were well-versed in the body system. They were well-versed in herbs. They were well-versed in massage and mind and body and spirit and soul. And I feel like they wanted to teach everybody, you know, about their body and how to be healthy. And, you know, shit, if you're a healer, you can't, you know, if everybody was coming to your office making appointments, you would be overwhelmed. So if you could somehow teach them, you know, how to heal themselves and only deal with those that really need extreme needs, you know, it'll be less work for you. Kind of like how Jesus said, if you feed a man, he's going to come back every day for food. But you teach him how to fish, he shouldn't be coming back anymore, right? He could be helping other people fish at that point, right? So I feel like that's kind of how the chakras are. Like, they're telling you to combine so many things for your health, you know, essential oils, crystals, your immune system, musical notes, food, herbs, you know. It's just like everything combined into one. But the two tattoos that I was thinking about is either putting the chakra colors behind my ear, like little dots, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or a lotus flower on my wrist with those same dots, because your girl has not worked her strength up for a big ass tattoo. I just have not done it. I also came across some kitty tattoos from, what's the name of her company? What's the name of this name? Inner Rainbow Project. You can find her on Pinterest, the Inner Rainbow Project. Y'all, I'm going to have the most spiritual little kids ever. People going to be so annoyed with them. And I'm going to be like, yes, that's my baby. Sacral chakra affirmations. I am creative in all areas of my life. I am open to receive all that life offers. I forgive my past and embrace all of the positive moments of the present. I have a healthy state of passion and sexual desire in my life. I just love the chakras. Creativity, to feel and desire, self-gratification. You know, I was on the deep end of that. So we talked about the foods, we talked about the crystals. So when it's blocked, you have low libido, you have fear of intimacy, no creativity, you feel isolated. When it's balanced, you have passion, creativity, healthy libido, optimistic, open. When it's overactive, you're over-emotional, fixated on sex, manipulative. Now, come. Remember when she was doing my fertility massage, she was like, oh my gosh, it's overactive. Yeah. It was very overactive. 7 symptoms of energy blocks in your chakras. We're only focusing on the sacral though. The uncomfortable feeling in the womb area, unbearable, painful periods. That's a sign. Y'all, I'm about to do this Reiki class. I put down my deposit for this Reiki class. I am so fucking excited. And I said that because I don't even know why Reiki is in here. This need to be in my damn Reiki folder. What the fuck? We are definitely talking about chakras right now. Like, why is that in here? Delete. But anyways, enjoy yourself. Enjoying yourself is about intention. When you really take in small things with gratitude, you form a habit of noticing how much world gives you. And when you are gifted by the world, you definitely feel better about your own self. Self-love. So that was a self-love of how to love yourself more using the energy of the chakras. Enjoy yourself. Oh my God. I just said how I'm in a moment of myself. And this is the self-love of my sacral chakra. Enjoying yourself is about attention. Like, I'm literally just giving myself love and attention. And it's me, fucking me, fucking me. Oh my God. Noticing how much world gives you. And when you are gifted by the world, you definitely feel better about your own self. Enjoying yourself is about attention. Enjoy yourself. Wow. All right. Confirmation. Let's see. Now, on another picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is interesting. On another picture, they connect these chakras to your aura field. And they say, your physical body without any spirituality is a physical dimension. There's no chakras at all. The first chakra is the etheric body double, and it's orange. Then they have the astral body that's yellow. And then the conscious mind that's green. And then the subconscious mind that's blue. And then the super subconscious mind that is violet. And then your soul that's purple. So the chakras relate to your astral aura too. So see, it keeps going. You learn one thing and it just keeps going. Like, oh my God. I wouldn't be surprised if these link to the zodiacs. I wouldn't be surprised if these links to the God. It's just like, And I like that because it's like you learn one thing and then you're going to learn another. Get them all. Give me the whole playbook. And that's just kind of how this is. So you can kind of see them all together. I really think when you're intimate, your energy goes through all the chakras too. Because like you both are in a state of bliss. You're not even on this realm anymore. And isn't that just the greatest feeling ever? Let's see. I fully enjoy everything that I do. I'm a powerful, magnificent, radiant being of light. I value and trust myself fully. I am enough. But I don't think that was the right one. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm open to receive all that life offers. I am creative in all areas of my life. I forgive the past and embrace my life fully. I am open to receive all that life has to offer me. I think this part of my life was about forgiving the past. I get it. Life is so funny. It's like in order to receive the gifts that life offers you, you have to forgive your past, embrace, and create a new future. Like, yeah. I read the yellow one first instead of the orange one, my bad. The 7 chakras of the human body. Sacral chakra. Let me zoom in because, baby, this is low. Chakras that people have most of their problems with. Ooh, this was interesting. Crown chakra ranked number 1 at 25%. Third eye was next at 24%. Throat chakra, then the heart chakra, then the solar, then the sacral, then the root. So apparently we don't have much problem with our root now, do we? Everybody seemed to figure that one out. But getting up to them higher realms, such as the crown, you get more and more problems, which makes sense. Like, we have to evolve through these chakras, people. Don't stop at the root. So Chakras Sacral, sexuality. Well, no, people aren't really stuck at the root. I think a lot of people are stuck at the sacral. Sacral chakra, sexuality, and pleasure. This is where we awaken our Kundalini energy located in our hips, sacrum, and genitals. It's where we experience the joys of intimacy, creativity, pleasure, and our desires and sexuality. Your sacral chakra may be weak if you struggle to see yourself as sexy and sometimes wonder how anyone could desire you, find it difficult to open up in relationships, have a tendency to end up in sexual incompetent relationships, and find yourself wondering if you'll ever find the one, rarely have the time or desire to have sex. And I think people be finding the time for sure. Okay, so let me go back. The solfeggio sound healing of the chakra shackle tone is 417 hertz. It can facilitate the ability to undo situations and create change in your life, cleansing traumatic experiences and the destructive influences of the past. The solfeggio tone of 417 hertz repeatedly encourage DNA to function and it optimally energizing your cells, helping to fulfill their creative potential. When combined with alpha binaural beats of 7.83 hertz, also known as the Schumann or Earth resonance, you will experience profound benefits of stress reduction, a feeling of balance with the earth, and a lucid mental state, a bridging of the conscious and unconscious mind. Some have called Schumann resonance meditations the gateway to ethereal bliss. And y'all, I love my sound bowl. Like, I could be stressed and I'll just or I'll have the music on like it is in the background. Okay, the 7 levels of consciousness. See how chakras just keep transforming into so many different things. So individualists, this level of consciousness centers around the defense and advancement of the ego as the apex of physical consciousness. People functioning at this level are focused on the avoidance or eliminations of threats to their ego, person, and property. This frequency surfaces as a need to control the environment of the people. Failure to have control is viewed as a grave detriment to this person's ego and security. At this level of consciousness, the person's ego and security are typically undifferentiated from the perceived well-being. Roughly 20% of the world's population functions primarily at this level. Like, oh my God. I think we're almost done. Let me see what we miss. Like, there's so many things that the chakra can tell you. The symbol, the location, the sacred's name. Let me just go down the list here. I did some of this already, so we know it's the second chakra. It's called the sacral. It's the lower abdomen. The Sanskrit name. Let me zoom in, y'all. Woo. Well, I know what it translates to in English. Sweetness. Because I cannot say that. Central issues are sexuality, emotions, finances, and creativity. The color is orange. Essential oils are rosemary, jupiter, sandalwood, jasmine, rose, and ylang-ylang. Crystals are amber, topaz, moonstone, and opal. Stars and astrological signs: moon, planets, Venus, Pluto. Signs of Libra, Cancer, and Scorpio. Oh my God. Listen to this, y'all. I'm a Libra sun. I'm a moon Cancer. And I'm a Scorpio ascendant. What the fuck? Like, this is my home. This is my fucking home. Man, I wish somebody would have told me that. Like, your life is going to be around this motherfucking second chakra. I'm going to need you to hone in on your second chakra. That would have been something I needed to know, you guys. Thanks. Damn, all my signs. Stars and astrological signs: moon, planet, Venus, and Pluto, and the signs of Libra, Cancer, and Scorpio. Y'all, and Venus is my favorite. I'm a Libra. So it's like, and I remember my friend, she would say me and her son are moody. Especially like if I ain't eat or if I ain't feeling good, it's like two Mishas. Like, happy Misha, grumpy Misha. My auntie called me Sour Patch. But shit, at least you know. The fuck. Let's see. Sound mantra is Vam. Sense, touch, and taste. Oh my God. I'm a sacral baby. I keep telling y'all, touch. Goals, pleasure, healthy sexuality, and feelings. I can see that. I do want all the pleasures in life. Health overall. Sexuality can be in there. And then my feelings. Developmental stage 6 to 24 months. Identity, emotional identity, demon, guilt. Element, water, hormonal glands, pancreas, organs, sexual organs, large intestines, lower vertebrae, the kidneys, appendix, bladder, prostate, hip area, lymphatic system, all the body fluids. And I feel like a lot of things are telling me to clean up my lymphatic system. So this is like the third time I'm seeing that. Excessive sexual pleasures, addiction. Yes, I told somebody I felt like I was addicted once. Excessively sensitive, strong emotions, inaversion of others, seduction, manipulation. I think that's the Libra part of me. Obsessive attachment, emotional dependency. And I feel like I pulled away too, because I don't want to be dependent on anyone. Like, the fuck. Not only that I don't want to be dependent on someone, people can become so dependent. Like, you do realize this person's going to die one day. Like, what are you going to do? Like, will you even be able to live when this person dies? Like, I don't want to be like that either. Deficient, poor social skills, frigidity, fear of sex, lack of desire, excitement, denial of pleasure, fear of change, rigidity, and attitudes. Balanced, graceful movements, emotional intelligence, ability to experience pleasure, nurture of self and others, ability to change, healthy boundaries. I feel like I'm balancing my sacral and I love it. Physical dysfunctions, sexual dysfunctions, OBGYN problems, dysfunction of reproduction organs, spleen, urinary system, loss of appetite for food, sex life, chronic lower back pain, sciatica, addictions, alcohol, sex, and heroin. Okay, so we've never had a heroin problem, but when I drink too much, bad things can happen, and I don't want to put myself in those positions. So at the moment, I'm not drinking, but I think later I'll start to get like wine. But my drinking days are over like that. And then sex, hopefully I'll just find my partner already and just can have at it with my partner. Traumas and abuses, sexual, emotional abuse, neglect, rejection, emotional manipulation, physical abuse, alcoholic familiarities, denial of childhood feelings, inherited, untreated, incest, sexual issues. Like, a lot of stuff is stemming back to this sacral chakra. Like, oh my God. Spiritual challenge. Negative one-to-one control patterns need to be confronted. One-to-one control patterns. Healing strategies. Movement therapy, emotional release, inner child work, boundary work. Assign healthy pleasures. Develop sensitive intelligence. Food, sweet fruits, raw honey, nuts, and spices. That was like my favorite chakra chart. Okay, let's see where we at. Do we have enough time? Damn. Let's see. There's mudras for the chakras as well, and those are hand healing movements. And right after I learn Reiki, I'm going to get some books on that and tap into that. Sacral chakra orange, a knot. The Emmy of VV releases anger, resentment, allows creative force and pleasure and creativity. Yeah. I'm so excited about my growth and where I'm headed. Let me send this to my cousin. I thought that was interesting. Color choice and marketing. Let's see. It's different ways to write chakra in different languages. I thought that was cool. Somebody spelled love with the chakra symbol. Let me see what else. Oh no, that's the symbol. Now how you got in here? I need to organize my Pinterest. That was my bad, y'all. That was the symbol. And a lot of these are kind of repeating, so I'm not gonna read those again. Got color therapy, brainwave. Yeah, I think the chakras just kind of connect to everything. But you know what's so interesting? Like this guy, I'm gonna buy it. He has a class about the chakras and it's $500, and I'm gonna pay for it. So it goes from 3rd dimension, 4th dimension, 5th dimension, 6th dimension, 7th dimension. So it says 1 is red, 2 is orange, which is what we're talking about. And then it goes through the 7 chakras. But then, y'all, it goes up to 36. So it's like orange, red, yellow, green, turquoise. And it goes blue, violet, blue, pearl white, pink, orange, gold, violet, pink, blue, violet, gold, white, white, violet, platinum, magenta, gold with rainbows, pure white, royal blue, crystal, crystal. Again, 21, 22. Silver rose, silver peach, silver gold, silver white, silver blue, silver lilac, silver crystal, gold cream, gold pale magenta, gold pale ruby, gold white violet, gold royal blue, gold white gold, gold crystal. Like the fuck? All the way up to the 7th dimension. So, y'all, what if we just on the 3rd dimension, okay? And we got 4, 5, 6, 7. What each time we come back, we get to come back and live another dimension. So now you don't master your chakras on the 3rd dimension. Now I'm gonna need you to master your chakras on the 4th dimension. Now the 5th, now the 6th. Like, you might as well get used to learning spirituality. You might as well master them, because it looks like we have a lifetime to go. And what if you have to keep repeating that shit? Like, if you don't get it, you just go repeat the 3rd dimension a million times. I don't think you want to do that either. It's so crazy. Let me add this. This one looks cool. Chakras. Okay, so it says feelings. Awakening of feelings I want and I don't. Which I totally feel like I am there. I'm reconstructing my boundaries. Okay, so then it says the age of pleasure, respecting others' feelings, understanding about the needs of people, attempts to prove yourself that you could be happy, control of feelings of joy, first physiological realization, spiritual pleasure, spiritual. Did they cut that off? Okay, I guess they cut that off. Not sure what that meant to say. It looks like somebody made like a calendar. But that's so cool. Like, it gives you something new to look at each day. Y'all, the chakras is on the hand. Oh my God. Now, somebody else did the chakras, but they have 1st dimension, 2nd dimension. They went up to the 12th and 13th dimension with these chakras. The meaning, the etheric blueprint, physical planes, astral portals, halls of learning, astral body, astral planes, gates of Shambhala, crystalline light sheath, mental body, mental planes, devic planes. Like, oh my God. So y'all, we are at the baby stage of this life, okay? If we can't get this down pat, we will not be progressing. We will not collect 200 and pass go. Let me see what else I had on here. Yeah, like they did up to 22 chakras. Like, I thought that was like so interesting to me. 4th dimension, 5th dimension. Especially with me loving to like learn. And I don't even want to rush. I just want to take my time and make sure I master each one. Because I feel like each one is just going to help you on the higher realms. That's all. And the more I think about it, it's like when we look up at the sky and see the planets, I don't think we'll be able to get to the other planets or survive on the other planets until we master what we need to master outside of our physical body. But the things that we learn spiritually are helping our spiritual body. So yeah, they only teaching us how to live on earth, but I think that is detrimental to our continued existence, because when we get out of this earth body, it's gonna be like, the fuck, y'all gonna be so lost. So try to learn as much as you can, because there's so much more. So much more. Why won't let me see that picture? Okay, so we completed the sacral chakra, orange. It's been, an interesting chakra for me for sure. All of them hold a special place in my heart. But yeah, that one probably has been the toughest one for me to overcome and to get it balanced. And now I'm going to schedule another fertility massage. I bet she'll be like, oh, it's calmed down. Like, I know, it calmed way down. It sure did. So we got to do, what's next? Throat, then third eye, and crown, and we'll have completed the chakra series. Thank you guys for listening. There's so many podcasts out there, and I really do appreciate a click and listen. I hope you got something out of this particular message. If not, only take what resonates with you. You guys, Lovaste, Namaste, and always vibe high, babe. Catch you on the next one. Thanks a million for listening. There's a million podcasts in the world. You clicked on this one, little this one, to hear what I have to say. I hope universe has a special message for you. You can reach me on Linktree at /love.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you!